Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's me, DMD, and we are back again with another Starfield video. And today we are going to continue our showcase of Charles Jean's Mercury Tower penthouse. Last time I showed you the office and the huge kitchen. If you want a more in-depth look at these areas, check out my last video. Today, however, we are going to show off the main bathroom and the guest room. I also made a few tiny changes here and there to those first two rooms, so I'll briefly go over those too. Thank you all so much for the support, and if you want to see more Starfield and gaming content, consider subbing and liking. Alrighty, let's get to it. Decorating the Mercury Tower penthouse, part 2. Okay, so first let's quickly go over the small changes made to the previous two rooms. I mentioned in my first video that everything that I'm showing is subject to change and likely will as I progress through the game, and already I have made a few minuscule changes. In the office, I just added this side table for the couch and added some clutter to make the space feel like it's being used. Using magazines is a great way to add some pop to a space, and it really does feel like my character lives here. I like to picture working on modding my gear and plopping on the airplane couch for a break while I have a smoke and read a magazine. Got a little foam cup here as well. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's the changes for the office. Now let's do the quick changes in the kitchen. All I did in here was change a hanging plant from a really long plant to a more stumpy one. I didn't like the view from the other room looking into the kitchen, and I also didn't like the view from the sink of the kitchen looking into the dining room. I felt like the long plant was blocking too much and it just didn't make sense to me, so I picked a plant that was a touch less intrusive. I also have moved some things on the table into the countertop. I took away the exotic bottle, which is the single most annoying item to try and stand up in the game in my opinion, and the glasses, and moved them to a different area of the apartment. You'll see that in the next video. I decided to get some airflow going instead. Felt like it made more sense to have a desk fan as opposed to a small bar. I'd really like to find a different fan that's not quite as large as this one, but for now this one works. Oh yeah, I also added a couple sticks of butter to the fridge as well. Alrighty, that's the little changes to the past rooms so far. Let's move on to the newly decorated rooms. First, let's head to the main bathroom. I figured this room was going to give me some troubles because of how large it is, but also because it's shaped weirdly. We have a sink and a toilet and a shower taking up space and pushing into the area for us to work around, and for me that makes it pretty hard to picture what to do with all of it. I started with cluttering the sink space. This is the one spot in the bathroom that I wasn't really concerned with because I had a lot of bathroom items stored up to use. We have all pretty regular bathroom sink items like a cosmetic box, soap dispenser, personal groomer, some tweezers, a skincare bottle. We got a couple of meds, and we even used a resource, the cosmetic resource, because I felt like it added a nice change up to the scenery and it still looks natural next to the other clutter. We have some reading material here as well, and to finish up the sink we added some succulents to either side and plopped a crystal vial down as well. I just thought it looked nice there. I don't really know what this thing is. Moving to the right, we put in a TV because that's something I feel like rich people would have in a bathroom. Continuing along, we had to figure out a way to fill in this toilet area, and for a while it did have me stumped. Thought about filling this back wall with shelves and putting some clutter on them, but the shelves I wanted to use weren't physically usable for clutter, so I ended up deciding to add a bench and a side table with clutter on that, and added a hanging plant and a potted plant in the corners here to kind of fill the rest of it out, and I really like the way that this corner turned out. It feels so natural to me. I like it. I love it. I want to use another one of these moving fans too, but I can't for the life of me remember where I found this one. Always throw in some succulent action and cool looking trinkets like this nautical compass, and it just makes things look good. I don't really enjoy the blank walls here, so we have to put up some pictures and posters to fill in the wall. Next to the John, we have a little medical cart repurposed into a bathroom stocking shelf that I meticulously placed dozens of items, with more to come as soon as I can decide what else to put in that empty space. We have backup toilet paper, soap dispensers, cosmetics, and meds ready to weather the most devastating of stomach flus. Finally, we had a large space front and left in this main bathroom to fill. Picked out a shelf and placed a standing mirror in the corner, which just looks nice right there. Next, I filled in the remaining open space with potted plants and more pictures. All that was left was filling in the shelf, so I have put down some items that I just thought looked good. This shelf is definitely subject to change, but for right now, it'll do just fine until I find something that looks a little more natural. I don't know, for instance, if I really like having board games in the bathroom. Kind of just now realizing this now, so yeah, there will definitely be changes made here in the future. I was kind of happy with how I used these succulents on this shelf though. It wasn't too hard to place, and I think it really adds a cool and crazy pop of color to the shelf and to the bathroom as a whole. Okay, that's the look of the main bathroom for now. What do you think? With the main bathroom nearly finished, let's take some time to look at one of my favorite rooms in the apartment right now, the guest bedroom. This was a challenge for me. It is such a small room that when I first started trying to fill out the space, it just felt like there was not a chance that this would feel like a cozy guest bedroom. But I think I was dead wrong. Once I started placing things down and moving around the room, I found there was just enough space to make this feel like a perfectly cozy guest bedroom. We kind of went with a slightly more rustic look in here, utilizing a wood bed frame, a hanging carpet, and a woven rug. Honestly, that rug really ties the room together. Next up, I placed down a wooden side table. I believe it was the same one I used in the bathroom as well. It's just a nice looking side table with a decent space to set up some nice clutter. Add a small chair next to that. I guess bedroom shouldn't just be for sleeping after all. It should be a quiet refuge from the anxieties of travel, where you can take a moment to relax as well as sleep. Speaking of relaxing, even our more naughty guests can have a little peace of mind because at their disposal is a bounty clearance board. Not only is this room beautiful, but it also serves a function too, which I'm a big fan of. Hell, what guest wouldn't want a bounty clearance system to erase all the horrific things they've done? Of course, we have a Eggman and humidifier for the guests as well. This is an Eggman house, and we have one in every room. Had to fill in the front left corner here a little more as well, so when in doubt, potted plants, hanging plants, take care of that problem nicely. Finally, we had to fill in the walls, so of course we have posters and pictures, but we also have a dartboard that we haven't used yet, shelves with trinkets and books on them, and also a TV in the upper corner. I really like how this room turned out. Going from it's too small to this was very satisfying for me to see, and I hope you like it too. Okie dokie, Smokey. That's what I have for you today. We are 4 rooms into our full decorating of the Mercury Tower. Mercury. Why am I saying that so weird? Mercury. Mercury? It's like the way freaking George Bush would say Mercury. We are sorry. Okay. We are 4 rooms into our full decorating of the Mercury Tower penthouse, with 7 more spaces left to see. What do you think so far? Have any of you bothered with any decorating? Anyways, next time I will show you the work in progress that is the dining room and living room. Stay tuned for that one because it was hard for me to see how it would come together, and it ended up looking really solid, in my opinion. Okay, I'm out of here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, subbing, liking. It means the world to me. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe, be kind, be a good person. Later, skater.